All right, everybody, it is time. Let me see if I am live on the YouTubes yet. There we are. Okay, so welcome to the last May Promptathon stream of 2021. I'm your host, Ryder Sam Wicker, and I hope that y'all have had as much fun as I have with the May Promptathon streams. I think all of the co-hosts have had a lot of fun too. And yeah, it's been amazing. And we've gotten a good bit of winners to promote and help them grow their channels or get more book sales and things like that we're going to be promoting in June. And we are quickly putting that up together as we can, and hopefully we can get those promotions out on our social media so that you can see some amazing work and some amazing channels and all that good stuff, and see some new people pop up in your feeds every now and then, I hope. But anyway, it has been a pleasure doing this, and I wish that I had been able to get to all of the May Promptathon streams, but unfortunately some of them were scheduled like really late, and seeing as how I have to get up, at 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, it just wasn't feasible for me to get to all of them. And some of them happened while I was at work too. So yeah, great things, real life problems, right? But yeah, I think we all had a lot of fun. We have Lauren here. Yay, get to make it to your stream. I think Lauren is baking cookies, and that is amazing. What a great way to get more writing in. Exactly. We had a lot of fun getting some writing in, and I actually like writing prompts now, so that's a win. Hey, Nicole, how's it going? I don't know if you're baking cookies with Lauren or if you're just chilling kind of thing, but welcome. And what I figured that we would do today is I'm going to do a little bit something a little bit different with my prompts today. Instead of pulling from a couple of words that I make up or from a random prompt generator, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a tarot card from my mystical manga tarot set, and I'm also going to drop a bookmark. I'm also going to flip to a random page in my Beat Up Thesaurus here and do a random word from it. So you can either choose to write off of the tarot card, or you can choose to write off the word, or you can incorporate both into the prompt today. And unfortunately, since it is the last day of the May Promptathon, I'm not going to allow for much time to turn these in, because we need to get the winners promoted for the month of June, since it starts tomorrow and all that good stuff. We don't want to limit this person's win promotion time. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to start up with a little warm-up sprint, and we will go from there, see if there's any more people that want to join us and all that good stuff, because I know sometimes YouTube takes a little while to get the notifications out there, and I just posted it on Instagram, so yeah. Do a share screen so y'all can see a timer. And yeah, we'll do a 20-minute right quick. And yeah. Okay. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. So let's go ahead and get started on this little warm up here. And 3, 2, 1, get to writing. All right. How'd everybody do on that one? Let's see. I wrote 42 words and came up with a couple more videos for June, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I wanted to go over a little bit about our May Promptathon, and I'm planning on doing it again next year. I don't know if it'll be set up about the same or if we're going to do it a little bit different. My idea was to actually host 2 or 3 streams a week instead of one every day. That way we can try to schedule it to where there's more co-hosts working together, and possibly there will be more interaction in the comments and more people turning in pieces of flash fiction. And I hope also with this way, if we plan to do it next year, then there will be more hosts joining and we'll get more eyes on the winners' works as well. So it'll be like one big, huge community network of getting more people's work out there. And yeah. Lauren got 200 words. Awesome. Hey, Greg, how are you? Thank you for joining us. And we did just one sprint so far, and it was kind of like a warm-up sprint, so it wasn't a prompt sprint just yet. We'll get to that probably next. But yeah, and the winners that we've had so far are Laura Nettles, and Laura Nettles was actually one of our hosts for the May Promptathon. She won one of the May Promptathons where she wasn't a host or a co-host. She was actually just in the comments kind of working and writing at the same time. So we try not to let our hosts win as they are hosting. So she was definitely in the comments just, participating. But she has a website, and it's lauranettles.com, and she has some works out and all that good stuff, and you can find out more information about her on her website. We also have Heather Dewey Pettit, who was also one of our winners, and she does some editing and proofreading and sensitivity and beta reading as well. So if you are into those services or needing those services, then make sure that you look for our promos for her. She has a author page and a website and a YouTube channel and all that good stuff. So it'll be easy to get in contact with her and schedule your editing services. And I'm going to jump here in the comments right quick. I'm doing great. Tonight is not a writing night for me. I am writing computer code. Ooh, okay. Good luck. We also had CB394. You've probably seen her in a lot of the comments on the live streams. She likes to participate in a lot of the live streams here on YouTube. And she actually has some fan fiction on fanfiction.net. What she has up right now is mostly Iron Man, or what is considered pepperoni, which is Tony Stark and Pepper Potts. So she had some Harry Potter stuff, but I think she's pulled it down to kind of work on it a little bit. But yeah, and her links will also be in the promos as well. We also had SM Ashwin as a winner, and she wants to promote her blog. It's brand new. She only has 2 posts on it, but in her blog, she's going to update everybody on her current work in progress, which is a new adult fantasy. And I think it's called Princess Held. Why didn't I write that down? course I didn't write that down. Wow. Okay. But anyway, her blog will be promoted, and she also builds miniatures, which I find fascinating. And her boyfriend are gamers as well, and her boyfriend is going to do gaming posts on the blog. And we've also had MM Ward as a winner, or some people call her Mama Maggie in the comments. But she has several books out, and we're going to promote her books. And there was also another YouTuber or a person in the comments that won, and they wanted to promote MM Ward's books as well. So, yeah. Good thing about this community is we try to help support each other, and that is an example of that. And we also have Broken Entertainment as a winner, and we're going to promote his channel. Broken Entertainment has a YouTube channel where he learns from the mistakes of modern entertainment and from the greats of modern entertainment and tries to break it down in some of his videos. He also writes sci-fi and fantasy, and a lot of times he kind of, speaking of Broken, hey! I was talking about you. Gotcha. You're watching the little one, huh? Anyway, speaking of Broken, there you go. You can find Broken Entertainment's YouTube channel right there. And we will be promoting his YouTube channel. And there's also Nicole, who is also in the comments. We will be promoting her and Lauren's book, Hunted: The Immortal's Kiss, as well as their author website or author's website. And yeah, we will be definitely promoting them. Sorry, I keep just getting distracted by the comments because I can't do two things at once because my brain does not have the capacity to do that right now. But yeah, and Hunted: The Immortal's Kiss is an amazing paranormal book and highly recommend it. So we will be promoting that. We also have Sako Toomey, who is a winner. She is also one of our lovely hosts, as well as Nicole, of course. And Sako wants to promote her channel. And Sako has a lovely introduction to all of her videos. And I highly recommend that you listen to that introduction because she just does it so well. And it encapsulates everything that is Sako. I can't do it justice. We also have Neil Heiderman from the Geek Squad. Not the Geek Squad, the Geek Insider, I think. I'm still trying to get in touch with them about what they want to promote or what he wants to promote. And we also have Melanie, who was also one of our lovely co-hosts, and she is going to be, we are going to be promoting her editing services, her website, and as well as her books off of that. And there is also Chandra Arthur. She is another YouTuber, and I am waiting to see what she wants us to promote as well. So that is all of the winners so far. There are some kind of yet to be announced, and some that I'm waiting to hear from what exactly they want us to promote for the month of June. It's kind of cutting it close, but we'll get them in there. But yeah, definitely so many cool winners. And yeah, it was really a lot of fun. I know there was one where I was like, unfortunately, I'm the mastermind behind this. And it wasn't that it was bad. It was just that I believe that this May Promptathon could have done better with a more apt organizer. That's what I meant by that. Because I honestly don't think I did a good job, but here we are. We had fun. I think everybody had fun in the comments and doing their flash fiction pieces. So there we are, right? We make mistakes. We learn from them. It's all good. And I'm using my hands a lot today. Oh, goodness. All right. So, since I have ran off at the mouth for a while, let's go ahead and get into our prompt sprint. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this sprint and I'm going to keep the prompt up on the screen so that we can work on it for the next couple of sprints for however long we can during this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one of these cards from a mystical manga tarot deck. It's really pretty. It's really cute. And I'm also going to choose a random word from my Raggedy Thesaurus over here. So you can either choose to write from the card, or you can choose to write from the word in the thesaurus, or you can put them both together and write with both of them. And that will be awesome. Thank you, Lauren. I don't think I did a good job, but, here we are. We are our own worst enemies and our worst judges, are we not? So, yeah. Thank you, Broken. I am so glad that you thought it went well. I'm so glad that everybody had so much fun with it. So, yeah. All right. So you can see that I'm not looking at the actual cards. Wow. All right. So this... There's a glare. Are you going to focus? Just thinking about it. Isn't that pretty? I love these cards. Yeah. So let's go ahead and go over here to the book, and I will read you what it means, because it is the Four of Wands. Here we go. All right. So for the Four of Wands, this card indicates a formal or organized celebration or party. Something wonderful has happened, and you and your friends or family or colleagues have the chance to really acknowledge all the hard work you put into achieving your goal. This can be anything, such as a wedding, a birthday party, a retirement party, or a graduation celebration, or a celebration about the end of May Promptathon. I added that a little bit. Okay. It could even be something like celebrating a political victory or gallery opening. The advice for it: take part in making this event the best it can be, and most of all, enjoy. If it's reversed, which it wasn't, it's celebrating too soon and the plans fall apart. So this is just a celebration. You want to make everything happy. You want to take advantage of this happiness. So yeah, that is the first one. And as far as the thesaurus goes, okay, we stopped in the S's, and the first one was stratagem. That has nothing to do with parties, of course. So, stratagem, maneuver, scheme, plan, plot, trick. So somebody is scheming at this party that we're having. All right. Let's go ahead and hide that one. Got the Four of Wands. Okay. So this is our prompt. We have the Four of Wands from my tarot deck, which means kind of like party time, celebration, enjoy the celebration. And we have the word stratagem. So yeah. don't, don't throw a cookie dough at me because you will not get it back. I will eat it. Yeah. Okay. Since you don't have any, the there we go. Hey, Laurel, how are you? Finally made it. Sorry I'm late. There were accidental naps involved. That is perfectly fine because I almost took a nap as well, and I probably would have missed my own stream if I had. So, yeah. Oh, that would have been fun. Okay. So, prompt is Four of Wands and Stratagem. Not fancy. I'm telling you, it's not fancy. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to do a 20-minute sprint for this one, and we're going to use Amber's timer. Why can't I think of words? I probably should have taken that nap. Oh, goodness. There we go. All right. So, on this prompt and the next one, you can write on this sprint, and the next one you can write on the prompt. We will get there, folks. I promise. All right. So, in 3, 2, 1, get productive. All right. How did everybody do on that one? See that Lauren submitted already. Awesome. Like I said, we're going to do a couple of sprints so that we can get some more submissions in. But I did write my own, and it's actually going to be a snippet from my work in progress now, my Project Demon. So I might read it here in a minute. I don't know. But if you have written a flash fiction piece, go ahead and go to the comment that is pinned in the comment section. It looks like this right here, and submit your piece for me. And it is also in the description of the video as well. So that time I wrote 445 words, and like I said, it's going to be a snippet of my current work in progress because I wanted to write that, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and read it to give y'all time to submit and to take a little bit of a writing break. So here we go. Oh, parties, weddings, gatherings, things that drew people together in such great number were events he lived for. He always loved them because the aftermaths of such gatherings were fattening. For months he could live off of the morning afters, walk of shames, and the groans with hands covering faces. This one was no different. The body he inhabited had great tits, a pair of thick thighs, and a slap-ready backside. He'd covered it, barely, in this sheer-like blue dress and squeezed the feet into heels that would make the body saunter without him having to work too hard at it. Yes, he could make sure the little mind within was tortured by emotions too. For his body knew these people intimately. They were family and friends she'd grown up with. His grin was feral on her face, and she whimpered from the dark corner of her mind she had shut herself into. She had him in her long enough to know what was about to happen. Maybe he'd show her something new tonight. A cousin's wedding. A peek into her fondest memories told him that this cousin was one of her closest relatives that still lived. She was proud of him, happy for him, a little jealous that he had found his soulmate before she had. Well, darling, let's just see how this soulmate of his tastes, Don't you dare, she fumed, throwing her voice at him through her mind, a trick she'd learned far too early on in his encampment of her. Oh, come now. You need a little fun in your life. You are far too much of a mouse. Now I'm making you a lion. He grinned again, not looking in the mirror anymore, but within, at her. Greta dearest's mental fists were tight, and she was no longer curled in a corner. No, she now pictured herself as a tall Amazonian type in her mind, facing off with him. Man, he was ugly in her imaginings. He tried not to snarl and take that little image and toss it at her. Instead, he morphed it into the beauty that had been his last body, a teen basketball star, all lean and lanky. That made her pause. Her Amazonian picture turned into a shy little chubby teen for a split second before she mentally shook herself and returned to a monstrous goddess. Should we not make the most of this wedding? Include some friends of your cousins, or, maybe include him. Yes? He chuckled in that boyish way a teen wielded before becoming a man. One last night of debauchery before the old ball and chain is completely attached. So yeah, that's what I wrote. So you get a little look into the demon that is possessing my main character. Welcome to August. Yeah. Couldn't get into writing mindset, so I drew instead. Don't actually feel too happy with what I drew either. Feeling so uncreative right now. Oh no. It's okay. You just woke up from a nap, so it's gonna take a little while for your brain to get going, probably. You got this. Oh goodness. All right. Let's see if we have any more responses. No. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read Lauren's. All right, let me get a drink of water before I try this. Okay. No, thank you. Awesome, done baking. All right, so this is Lauren's piece. Lights twinkled in the distance while golden embers penetrated the ominous sky as gray clouds blocked out the translucent full moon. Drinking and laughter vibrated throughout the lofty walls of the castle, seemed to carry out in each direction, like the soft whispers of the wind. An orchestra of fiddlers, violins, and flutes played an accompaniment of other wind instruments, lifting the spirits of the men and women, lusciously dressed, floating along the marbled dance floor. A middle-aged blonde woman sat perched on the edge of the gold-furnished throne. The trail of the elaborate rise of gold dress spilled around her round figure, with her long golden blonde hair piled high into curls, with a small circlet of pink crystal adorned her forehead. A tall middle-aged man sat beside her, with his hands resting on his lap, staring out in the throng of people waltzing. Sorry. His blue armor he wore underneath the long black cloak clasped at the neck with a lion's head seemed to shine in the light. "What's wrong, Eleanor? You seem bored. Wasn't this the vision you imagined when you presented the idea to me?" he inquired, reaching out to grasp her hand in both of his. Tearing her green eyes away from the dancers, she bit her lower lip, considering her answer. "Nathaniel, I expected our daughter's coronation to be even more intricate than this, despite how nice it turned out to be, but the party has already started, and the guest of honor is nowhere to be found," she reminded him, scanning the crowd once more for their daughter, but didn't seem to have much luck. Nathaniel stood, brushing his lips against her hand in reassurance. "Don't worry, my love. I will find her and present her proudly," he assured her as he made quick strides through the throng of people, acknowledging each bowed head as he passed. Nearing the far west wall of the foyer, he stopped in front of a pair of dancers, one a young blonde-haired woman clad in bright yellow dress, and the other clad in similar blue armor with black cloak clasped together at the neck with a lion's head, too. He caught the young woman's eye as she pulled away from the boy, nodding her head to the king. "Excuse me, madam, but may I have a word with my son?" he pleaded, receiving a quaint nod in approval. "Thank you for the dance, Lord Noah. It was nice meeting you," she announced, bowing once more before disappearing into the crowd to dance with another partner. Noah's blue eyes followed the girl in disappointment before acknowledging his father. Nathaniel glanced at the girl curiously, frowning at not seeing the girl wearing any jewelry, while the dress seemed crafted out of poor materials. "A lovely woman you chose to dance with, son, though what did you know of her?" he demanded, in concern, hoping that the girl came from a noble family. Noah sighed, knowing where the conversation was headed. "She said her name was Selena and was the eldest daughter of the Crane family," he replied, waiting for the next string of questions to follow, recalling the last time they had had this discussion. "Yes, but I have never heard of that name before, and with no title presented with her name?" Nathaniel demanded, as Noah shook his head. "So for all you know, you could have fallen for a commoner pretending to be royalty," he sneered, with a laugh, amused by the concept. "And if I had, what does it matter to you anyway? This coronation isn't about delegating politics. It's for Alana. Besides, you could have at least waited until a dance was over," Noah informed his father, following him out of the foyer and into the connecting hallway. Nathaniel frowned, feeling guilty for upsetting his son, resting a hand on his shoulder. My sincerest apologies, my boy. You're right. We will discuss this at another time. He apologized, prepared to try again, not wanting his son to remain angry at him. Was there another reason for interrupting us, or did you simply not approve of my dance partner? Noah snapped, impatiently brushing his father's hand away, finding it difficult to accept the apology. Nathaniel sighed, seeing that he owed Noah an explanation. Your mother noticed that your sister was missing from her own coronation and wanted to make sure she was feeling all right, is all. You two are usually inseparable, so I figured you would know where she was. Nathaniel pleaded, noticing Noah rubbing his chin as if lost in thought. She seemed so excited about tonight, so why would Alana miss her own party? Noah mused to himself, following his father as Nathaniel led them down to the end of the hallway, their boot steps muffled against the plush gray carpets, reaching the south exit of the castle. Nathaniel shrugging his shoulders, unsure of the answer. I'm not sure. I was hoping you would know the answer. Why don't you search the courtyards to see if she ventured out in the gardens while I inquire some of the servants? He suggested, gaining a nod of agreement from Noah before they parted ways. Noah waited for his father to disappear around the corner before venturing outside. The moon was starting to peek out through the clouds, bathing the brick pathway in yellow light. He exited the castle. A young gentleman of much the same age as Noah bowed his head and acknowledged it. My lord, there has been no intruders breaching the castle grounds, he announced, seeing Noah approach him, stepping forward and resting one hand on his shoulder. Noah smiled, catching his gaze. I'm not out here for a report, Johnson. I was searching for my sister. Have you seen her by chance? He inquired, seeing the concern flicker in his eyes, getting a sober look and a bow of his head, brushing his long dark hair out of his face. I'm sorry to inform you, my lord, that Lady Alana has not been spotted outside the castle. Do you require assistance in searching the castle? The guard inquired. Noah shook his head, squeezing his shoulder. No, Johnson, that won't be necessary. Remain at your post and resume your watch. Noah instructed, receiving another bow before Noah turned his back and retreated back into the castle. Noah started to retreat back towards the festivities. Upon passing the kitchens, screaming had reached his ears, climbing up through the floorboards. Alarmed, he drew his sword from the sheath at his waist and rushed down to the stairs, descending into the dungeon, startled by the scene before him. And it stops. What the heck? Okay, so the last one was Lauren's, and it just ended. So I want to know the rest of this. And the first one was mine about the demon inhabiting the woman. Sam's writing always makes me want to read more. Aw, thank you. It was pretty long. I'm proud of you for writing that much. So yeah. Let's go ahead and jump into another sprint to give people some more time to do some responses and maybe turn them in. I've got too many windows open, people. I'm sorry, I'm clicking so much. But y'all know me by now, so you know I have too many windows open. Right. Let me see if I can get to the next timer here. All right. Okay. So yeah, go ahead. The prompt is the Four of Wands from a tarot deck, which means a celebration, making the most of a celebration or a party or something like that. And the word stratagem that I pulled from the thesaurus. You can use one or the other or both. And let's go ahead and get started. And 3, 2, 1. Let's hit the button here. There we go. Get productive. All right, how did everybody do on that one? The timer kind of snuck up on me there. Let's see. There we go. Get my word count in here. I did 331 that time. Not too bad. Added to the former one and actually used the word stratagem. So there we go. How did everybody else do? Let's see. Yeah, I used to use GIMP a lot back in my fanfic days and RPG days. Because I actually used GIMP to make character icons and graphics for the journal pages that we used in our RPGs because we were on Greatest Journal and Insane Journal in those games. So yeah, I have very limited expertise with GIMP. Hey Jordan, how are you? Welcome, welcome. And let's see. Laura says there's really no winning. I can sometimes kind of draw, and I just always wish I could draw better. It still amazes me that people that have drawing abilities, how well they draw, and they still think that they're bad at it. You know, because it just, yeah. Got dinner and had French bread pizzas. Nice. And yeah. Okay. So let me see. Do we have another response here? Nope. Okay, so we've only got one response so far. So I'm going to read the continuation of what I read before. It's not that much, but yeah. After torturing his host for a bit longer, August made their way to the wedding. It was a nice, stifling day for it, sunny. The spring flowers were in full bloom. He felt Greta perk up within him as he approached the church in her body. He chuckled. Think that I'm going to burst into flames upon entering sacred ground? He shook his head, pausing so he could look within at her again. Please. Churches these days are as holy as a donkey. There are very few in the world that aren't tainted with humans that are far worse than any demon. He took a good look at the church. These bricks were made with people getting less than minimum wage by their boss who threatened to have them deported. The third pew from the back has seen more action than your bed, and the preacher your cousin has hired drinks himself stupid more nights than he goes to work. I'm a better human than any of them. At least I own my sins and don't cover them up with sweet smiles during Sunday school and singing hymns off key. Churches are stupid, Greta sighed, slumping into her corner again. The Amazonian body was still there, it just looked half deflated. This little woman he'd taken over was strong, for now, and she did amuse. All humans amused him, though. He sashayed them into the church, giving smiles to those that smiled at her. Some talked, and it was all he could do not to drool in their faces with thoughts of what he could do to them. He had to come up with a stratagem. He couldn't go at this all half-cocked and expect to be full later. Bride first. She was the center of attention. Wait. He had to go still for a moment as he witnessed the photographer in the back with two men, one in a white suit and the other in black. Then he smiled. And that's as far as I got. Lauren says that Nicole and her made chocolate chip cookies, which I bet they're yummy. And of course, I always find you, Jordan. And Sam's stories are always funny. Thank you. Oh man. I think all of my stories have some humor in them. I don't think I can ever keep them dark. I mean, even like there's this one scene where one of my characters is just killing off a whole bunch of other characters, and he still makes some kind of snarky comment that just kind of makes me giggle. And yeah, so there's that. I can't do dark very well or hold dark very well. It always breaks with some little snicker or comedy or something in there. But yeah. Okay. What I think I will do, since so far we've only gotten one response, is I'm going to hold this open for those that are going to be watching the replay, and I'm going to close it, let's say 7 p.m. tomorrow. So June 1st at 7 p.m., I'm closing off submissions to the last May Promptathon stream of the year. I am planning on doing this next year, so look forward to that. And if you want to host or co-host, let me know. Probably need to let me know as soon as I start doing it next year, because I'll probably write it down and lose the sticky note or something like that, because it's me. But yeah. And I want to thank everybody who has participated in the May Promptathon streams, whether you have been host or co-host or active in the chats of some of the streams, if not all of the streams. You all are amazing, and it has made this a lot of fun. It probably would have been better if we had another organizer. But, with me just having this as my first try at organizing a YouTube thing, I think it went very well. Had a lot of awesome help. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was really a lot of fun. And I've gotten into contact with more people and expanded my viewership, I guess, and knowledge of books that are out there and channels that are out there and blogs that are out there. So, I mean, it's amazing. And I look forward to promoting all these winners and everything that we have for the next month. I'm currently finishing up some of the graphics for the winners that we have. And it's going to be amazing. I hope that y'all will enjoy the YouTube channels that are going to pop up, the blogs that are going to pop up, the books that we're going to promote, and all that good stuff, and that you subscribe to them or follow them or bookmark the books and buy them or buy them now kind of thing. So yeah. Do you lose the sticky note, or just it's one or the other? Sometimes I think they run away, and other times it's just me misplacing them, because there have been times where I've used sticky notes that I've written important things on, and I've used them for a bookmark to a book that I rarely open again. Like this. My thesaurus has had multiple sticky notes in it, and some of them I have found very important notes on those sticky notes. And yeah, currently right now it is sticky note free, so it's good. But yeah, sometimes they run away on their own. Switching the sound list for a moment, are you going to post the winning stories somewhere? Yes. I will post the winning stories I guess either in the comment section, or I'll just do it on Instagram. Or I am going to do a May Promptathon winner video during June, and I think I have it scheduled for, hold on, the 13th. So I'm going to promote the May Promptathon winners on the 13th on a video, as well as doing Instagram posts for the most part, some Twitter posts, and some Facebook posts as well. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of promotion going on. Yay, Laurel! Thank you for joining as a host and co-host. It was awesome, and I'm so glad that you want to do it again. And we are our own worst enemy, and I promise I will try to stop selling myself short eventually. I just don't know when it will be. So yeah, look towards all of our hosts' social medias and some of their videos for promoting these winners, and see if you can buy some of their books or follow or subscribe to what we're promoting. And yeah, I will see you next time. I am going to try to do a live stream on Thursday so that I can get back into my regular live stream schedule. But we can go from there. We'll see. As some of you may know, I've been having some issues, and I've put myself on a slight hiatus. So yeah, we'll see if I'm up for it Thursday, but I hope I am. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for participating. And I'm so glad that y'all had so much fun, and that you're willing to join me for this madness again next year if we don't plan for something in between now and then, because Nicole's game for it, and we'll be getting a shout out and Jordan's going to promote for us. Awesome. And Jordan is also game. Thank you. And I will see y'all next time. Be safe, be kind to one another, check in on your mental health and physical health and emotional health. Make sure that you are treating yourself well. And